Morning, y'all. Busy day of filming today. Trying to catch up after all my travels. Thanks for all the answers to yesterday's question about blades. Would you use them? Lots of people obviously do consider them and are using them, which is always interesting. And I don't think if you use blades or cavity backs it's going to make a massive difference, because the beauty of this game is that the RNA have tried to control it with the equipment. I'm just trying to put out there maybe some of the pros and cons so you make a better decision when thinking about your clubs. Certainly I did a video yesterday about 2 different clubs that were different lots, which were making it go different distances. It was really interesting to see the comments. People are just desperate, it seems, to find technology that does help them. I don't know why they're so on the sides of the manufacturers, like I don't get it. Or maybe it's because the shaft does do this, or maybe it's because it's a speed foam and maybe it's because they're just different lofts. So today's question: what's the most important thing for you in your golf? Is it playing with your friends? Is it playing competitions? Is it getting your handicap down? Playing with family? What is it that drives you to play? So for me, it's playing with mates and going to nice new locations. It's not about improving anymore, because I'm actually going that way a little bit. What keeps my fun levels up is that I'm playing with people I like in amazing places around the world, and I'm lucky enough to chat to you lot. So what keeps you playing? What's the thing that drives you to keep playing golf? Post comment down below. Hit thumbs up button. As always, remember, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Right, so today's swing, let's go for shoots. Around 93 is his best score. He said he's only been playing a couple of months, I think he actually says, and there's lots of good movements in here. I mean, I only see potential with this action. I would be very interested today in exploring how to set that club a little bit further back. He says he struggles with his driver. He only hits it about 200 yards. I would like a bit more of a run up. I'd like him to let go a bit, maybe forget the kind of poke down the middle, have that shot still in there, but think about trying to hit some fuller shots. This is a 3-wood he's hitting off the tee. That's what he says he resorts back to. So let's talk about trying to set that backswing back a bit further, completing your backswing, and actually kind of what this backswing's really trying to do for your golf game today. Right, off Dawlish to film. It's crisp, but it's dry, nice blue sky. First stop, box collected. It is another one of these kids found. This one has actually been found before the video goes out. That's quite amazing. That video that he's found, that one hasn't gone out yet. It's one of the French ones, so already gone, but well done. Prize is coming his way. Right, next stop, Dawlish. Right, made it to lovely Dawlish. So the first question posed is purely, can you get your hands up a bit higher over your right shoulder? So when you get students like this who want to stop and just kind of real play serious pat balls, we don't know what shapes they're going to bring, what variations to body turns and what have you, until we just ask them to basically get the hands higher and further back. So first port of call for you is stretch your hands higher and over your right shoulder. Literally just pick them up and take them further back. So hit some shots, taking that club back so it's over your right shoulder. Literally pick your hands up higher, stretch them away from your chest a little bit rather than just stopping so early. And see what that brings to the table. Because we literally don't know until you do it. And one of the most interesting things with this, and with all coaching, you'll be amazed how sometimes just empowering people to have another go because they're confident in what the coach is saying can change their swing and their ideas of actually what they're kind of allowed to, or what they think they're allowed to do or not. And again, it's about trying to get away from perfect, isn't it? Stretch those hands back higher, take them above your right shoulder. Does it help your driver? Does it give you different launches? Does it make you slice it or hook it? Until you do it, we're not going to know. So some of the pitfalls of trying to get that club back higher is sometimes the way or the order some people choose to do it. You need to be careful that once you get it to the position you get to, which at the moment looks okay, that you don't add wrist angles in to try and take the club further back, which then fold arms, those kind of ideas. So what I mean by that is people get it to their position, then they use this angle to allow them to move their, basically the two bones in your left arm can kind of flip across each other to put this action in. Then we start getting faces open to pass, we get big slicing drives, which you've already complained about doing. So sometimes you find that people shorten their swing like you've done, because if they go further back than that, that's when they start activating the poorer wrist angle. So when you try to get your club above your right shoulder, let's make sure you're still flattening left wrist as you do it. So get it back there and feel like left wrist. It's flattening off with left arm. We don't want to see this angle. If the club goes further back and looks all pretty on camera, that's often going to cause just big high cuts to the right. So to get that club higher, let's make sure we're using those positive wrist angles. Oh, get close. Because always the biggest trick with coaching and the balancing act is you add one more good bit. You don't want to take three decent bits that they were already doing away. It's like a puzzle. You've got to work out the order, which is why you need to do it right first, or have a go yourself first, like point one. And then let's just try and pick up some of the pitfalls before they happen. Wrist angles, as you get it higher, watch out for them. Right, last tip or pitfall that I see when people are trying to stretch out a bit more, you've got to stretch out in your body. Your body's got to help this. Now let's pretend you've already set your hands further back and you've got your wrist conditions in a good place. People's follow-throughs are often built around what their backswings and the whole shape of their swing does. So what I mean by that, if I make this short backswing, I often make like a fullish kind of arm swing on the way through, but my body doesn't really want to extend. It doesn't need to, you're just trying to kind of prod it straight. It tends to stay quite static. Now if we're stretching on the way back, I want you also to add some stretch in the way through. I want you to let go. Not only do I want you to let go of the head for some face control, I want you to let go of your body so we can pick up some speed, get you hitting the driver with launching up in the air. So let's just think about your follow through position with your driver. This is a common misconception. When I hear people talk about maintaining spine angle, think about this. I start leaning forwards in my spine, but when I finish my swing, I am leaning backwards. I am extending my lower back. All I'm doing is leaning backwards, rotated towards the target with a bit of side bend. And it's this extension I want to make sure you're putting in there. So downswing, let's make sure hips are going towards target and rotating, certainly with the driver, as your upper body feels like it's staying back, to get this real stretched out follow through. You see all the best on the telly doing it. I want you doing it as well, to mimic, to help with the momentum you're going to create by hopefully this slightly more extended backswing. So you might already be putting this in, but I reckon you could put a little bit more in. It's about feeling that back on the way through, feeling that slight separation between lower body forwards, upper body back. Hopefully while still maintaining a little bit of side bend in your shoulders. It's only going to complement what we've already done. Full day of filming. Look at that sky. Let's get back home. Right, made it home, and it is dark out there. Very early now. Let's see what these girls want to do for tea. Remember, if you want to get included in this week's daily vlogs, it's all Instagram swings. So if you follow me on Instagram @CrossfieldMark, send me a swing. You got a chance to get included in today's daily vlogs. This week's daily vlogs, I mean. What on earth is going on here? Shall we go to pizza shop?
Yes!
Right, see you all tomorrow. We're going to Pizza Hut. Daddy calls that pizza shop. Used to be funny, now it just annoys them, I think. See you all tomorrow. Have a good evening. Hit the comments down below. As always, let me know what you think about today's question. Hit the thumbs up button. Not hitting the thumbs up button again. If you can hit it, it just helps me, you know, keep making free content, which I love to do. YouTube just likes it. Hit that thumbs up button, people. Down there. See you tomorrow. Really nice thing to knit, as they say.